Hey guys, how's it going? Back with another one on Car Mechanic Simulator. Just gonna do a couple of small jobs here. Don't want to do anything too long today, um, as I might have some other stuff going on today. I'm not 100% sure what the plan is yet, but there might be something else happening today. Just not quite sure yet. So let's just go ahead and start with the first job. We'll just start with this little brake job here. So we're just gonna excuse me, sorry. So yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and start with this vehicle here. Let's just check this list out. 2 brake pads and a brake caliper. So we're just gonna go ahead and move it over to the left. Just go and lift this up real quick. And while that's lifting, we're gonna come over to the computer and buy our brake pads and caliper. I don't know what the hell's going on with my voice today, so I do apologize. It was fine about 20 minutes ago, and all of a sudden now it sounds like I'm losing my voice. I'm not sick or anything, my voice is all screwed up. It's weird. So, the car's up. Let's just check really quick. Doesn't seem to be that caliper, but it could be. Check this caliper. That one doesn't look too bad either. Weird. Let's try this. I know we already looked at this one, but I'm going to do this. Okay, it's definitely not that one. It's not that one either. What the hell's going on here? Ah, here we go. Yeah, and this one was one of the pads as well, so... Oops. Go ahead and throw the new parts on. Slap this back on. There, that side's done. Now we just have to figure out which one needs a new pad. I think it should be this one. Yeah. Usually when I've done brake jobs on this game, it's, if it calls for 2 brake pads, then usually it's both back. Like if one of them needs to be replaced on the back, usually it's the back, but this game is funny sometimes. Sometimes, you'll have one on the back and one on the front, which is never the case in real life. You never want to just change one. You're just asking for trouble. Come on. Oh, what am I doing? Just clicking on the wrong thing. There we go. And then that's it for that job. Finish the order. Let's check for another job here. I guess we can do this job. I read in the newspaper that the timing components should be replaced more frequently than recommended by the manufacturer. The same goes for the oil. Please check both of those things and replace whatever. Okay. Whoops, I did not mean to click that. Okay, we can take this one. This one's going to be relatively simple. And this is going to be, it's going to be simple, but it's going to be a little bit of a bigger job. We got to take basically the whole front end off the car. do this real quick. Why did I? Oh yeah. So what we're going to do really quick is we're just going to throw it all the way up in the air. All the way up in the... There we go. We're going to throw it all the way up in the air, and then we're going to move this. What's going on here? There we go. We'll do this. We'll empty the oil real quick, because it did call for an oil change. Where's the oil filter? I'll change the oil. I'll remove the oil in the filter really quick. Actually, the oil filter looks brand new on this car. But, as I told you in the last video, I change it anyway. I always change the filter. Because in real life, you're never supposed to put the original filter back on. Unless you absolutely have to. But even then, you still shouldn't do it. Oops. Why can't I spell? So we'll go ahead and throw that back in. Okay, and that's that. So now I'm going to lower the car down and I'm going to start taking apart the engine. So basically, what the job calls for is, it says something about the timing. So basically what we're going to have to do now is we're going to have to strip the engine down. Well, we're going to have to strip the valve cover off and then take basically all of these belts and everything off right here. Right? Stupid suspension's in the way. But all those belts have to come off. And then this whole timing cover has to come off. Looks like the coils need to be replaced as well, so let's get on with that. Oops. Remove all the spark plugs. And then we remove the valve cover. That's the valve cover off. Oh, this thing might need new camshafts. Let's hope not. Remove all of these. I don't have to remove the alternator. And finally, the water pump. Now we can take the timing cover off and get to the components that we actually need to get to. Now, I do believe that the timing belt's going to need to be replaced. You can tell that the cam gears definitely need to be replaced. I'm going to pull the camshafts out of it too, just to be safe. And let's check it here. Yeah, see? 2 camshafts, 2 cam gears, all 4 ignition coils. So, this is how we're going to do this. So, we said camshaft. We need 2 of those. Cam gear. We need 2 of those. We need the ignition coils. We need 4 of those. Now I need to check and see, did it need timing belts? No, I think we got everything that we need. Okay, so we're just going to slap this thing back together here. in. Throw the cam gears on. Put the timing belt back on. Now I'll throw this. No, I'll throw this back on first. Throw the crankshaft pulley back on. Throw the water pump back on. Put this idler pulley back on. And then I should be able to put this belt back on. Now that the belt's on, I can add this belt as well, and then add the tensioner. That's everything for right here. So now we'll put the valve cover back on. Whoops. And then we'll throw the coils back on. And then once the coils are on, we fill it up with oil, because we took the oil out of it. And now, boy, what's going on here? There we go. Throw the oil in it, and then we're done with this car. There we go. And that's that car finished. See, every check mark is there, so we can finish order. And then the next job. Now, I don't usually do these very often because these are actually a mod that I placed in the game a little while back. And they don't always work the best, but for now, let's go ahead and just attempt it and see how it runs. Okay, it actually spawned in okay. Usually I can't even get them to spawn in. Okay, let's check and see what this thing needs. Oh, wow. Okay, this needs a lot of work. So what I'm gonna do, just to make my life that much easier, is I'll take my phone and I'll just take a quick picture of the list that needs to be dealt with. Whoops, I don't want my camera, my flash on. Take a picture really quick. Okay. Let's see. Small rubber bushing, rear axle, knuckle housing B, rear shock absorber B, leaf spring, leaf spring plate, leaf spring U-bolt, outer tie rod. Okay. So now what I'm going to do really quick is I'm just going to come to the computer. And I'm going to get the bushing. Oops. The only one I need? Yeah. Apparently I only need one. Whoops, I did not mean to do that. And then we need rear axle, knuckle, cover. Oh, sorry, not cover. Housing B. And it didn't pop. Oh, I made a spelling error, that's why. Now we need a leaf spring plate. We need a leaf spring. Leaf spring U-bolt. And then we're going to need an outer tie rod. We need a front steering knuckle. Boy, why do I always do that? We need a front steering knuckle E. Apparently I need another leaf spring. Come on. Come on. Okay. That's all the parts that we're supposed to need. So most of it's on the back, but I'm going to start with the front because there's only a couple of things that need to be done. So we're going to lift the truck up all the way. If this thing would work. Thank you. Really did not lift it up very high. There we go. Okay, let's see. Well, maybe it's not mostly on the back. Some of it's on the front and some of it's on the back. Okay. See, like I said, I've never really worked on these before. So, this one's set up a little bit differently than I'm actually used to working on. Okay. We'll go ahead and take this wheel off and move on from there. Oh, front drum brakes. You don't see that very often on this game. Oh yes, that's right. We have to replace that knuckle. Which means we have to do this. Whoops. Oh yeah. Oh god, apparently my head's up my ass today. Okay. It didn't say anything about an inner tie rod, did it? No, but that inner tie rod needs to be replaced, so I'm gonna do it anyway. Because I'm pretty sure it's pretty... Yeah, it's 21. Oh, whoops. I cannot spell. Yeah, it's 30 bucks. Who cares? I'll go ahead and get that for this truck, because otherwise the truck's unsafe. But it didn't say anything within the job description that it needed to be replaced. But that's just how I am. I'm going to replace it anyway. What the actual hell? What? Oh. See, like I said, I've never worked on one of these Land Rover, Range Rover, whatever the hell this thing is. I've never worked on one on here before. So a lot of the things are, like, alien to me, so to speak. I'm trying to do things and I can't even figure out what the hell it is that I'm doing here. Okay, and then... So we gotta remove these bushings. Which these ones are in okay shape. They're not perfect, but they're good enough for this vehicle, I guess. Okay, now we'll take these U-bolts off. Take the U-bolts off. Take the leaf spring plate off. And there we go. Now we'll just replace it. There we go. We'll put that one back on because it's not in bad shape. No point in spending money on a U-bolt that doesn't need to be replaced yet, but that one does need a new one. There we go. Now we'll put that new knuckle on that we got for it. We'll put that backing plate back on. Now we put the hub. That's funny, they call that a wheel hub. That's not a wheel hub. Yeah, that in fact is not a wheel hub. That is actually a backing plate for the wheel hub. But, you know, video game logic. Now the front end is pretty much done. I just have to add the bushings back to it. Nothing wrong with the old bushings, so we'll just put the old bushings back in. Oops, I'm gonna do this. Come on, cooperate. Thank you. There, that's that. Now I think we can put... What am I missing here? Oh yeah, tie rod ends. Duh. Yeah. Place that on. We'll put that on. And now just put the wheel back on. There we go, that's that part done. Okay, let's see how many of these are left. Leaf spring, leaf spring. Rear shock. Oops, that's one thing I did forget to buy. Where? What? Oh, okay. So I forgot to buy a part. I'll just get it real quick. There we go. Now we should have every part needed. I always try to have my parts before I do it, because then that way there, I can just tear it all apart really fast and slap it all back together really fast. I don't know why I'm doing that. I don't need to. Don't ask me why I did that. That was really stupid of me. There we go. What the hell? Oh. There's that rubber bushing that needs to be replaced. Now we have to... Wait, what? What's going on here? What the hell? I gotta check something here. Something doesn't make... Something's not, Something's not making sense here. It told me that I had two... I thought I had to replace two U-bolts. Whoops. Okay. So I bought two U-bolts for no reason. Oh well. We'll save that for another job. So we'll go ahead and remove these U-bolts so that we can remove the spring plate, and then we'll go ahead and grab that leaf spring out of there and slap the new one in with the new plate, and then put the wheel back on. We should be good. Oh, we also have to replace this. That's right. Keep forgetting. Alright, let's start slapping the parts back on it. That's annoying. I apparently put one of the newer bushings somewhere else. Let's hope that it actually took. Okay, it actually took. Good. I guess because we replaced the other broken bushing. That's okay. And that should be everything on this truck. Let's just double check. Oh. I did have to replace this housing. Oops. My memory is playing tricks on me here. It's okay, this will only take us a second to replace. Come on. Come on. Pretty sure I already bought one. Yeah, I did. Now I'll just slap it all right back together real quick. Slap the wheel on, and then we're done. That should be everything. Yep, that's everything. That's a very low payout for the amount of work we just did. Wow. Guess we won't be doing very much more suspension work. Actually, one thing that I keep forgetting is that we need to do this. Sorry, I was not paying attention to what I'm doing here. So each of these are basically perks. So each of the things that you get here, what happens is it makes your mechanic quote unquote better. But what I don't usually go for the first level ones. I usually wait until after my first garage upgrade. I don't remember what it takes to do that. I forget what it takes to unlock that, so we'll just wait. Actually, let's just check this really quick. Okay. I think I got time to do one more small job. Let's see. Should we work on another Land Rover, guys? Let's do this. This is a really small job to replace all the filters, which means it's just going to want us to replace the oil filter, air filter, and fuel filter, which is going to be really stupid simple and really stupid fast, and then that's everything that we're going to do for this video. So it should say, yeah, oil filter, fuel filter, and air filter. So we'll come to the computer real quick. We'll go oil I4. We'll grab that really quick. We'll go air. Grab this real quick. And then fuel. And there we go. Oh, that was not supposed to make that sound. Why is that making that sound? Hang on one moment, please. Oi! Stop making noise. Sorry guys, that was not supposed to go off like that, and it did anyway. I thought I had set that to not go off. Let me just answer that really quick. Yeah, so, okay. There we go. Okay, let's move on to this here. that off. And what the hell, while I'm already right here, I'll just throw it back on instead of doing it after. This is the annoying part. This is the really, really annoying part about replacing filters. I think I mentioned this in my last video. So you have to take each of these individual freaking clips off. And if you're not extremely precise with your mouse, like I said in the last video, this mouse is a little bit finicky sometimes. It's really hard to do. Slap this back together. Oh, one more thing that I forgot to cover in the last video that I'll cover in a minute is you should always clear out your inventory, because you end up with so many broken old parts that it fills up your inventory and you're actually only able to have so much inventory at once, and then eventually you can't have any more inventory and you actually have to go and clean it anyway. So what I'll show you in a minute, I'll actually show you right now, because I actually have to go under the car here in a sec. So for inventory, if you look, you see we have all these broken parts, and there's actually a couple of good parts here, but not many. But all of this is all broken parts, so what you do is you just go right here to sell parts, and I go to anything under, anywhere between 99%, whatever, and I go yes. Okay, and those cases are something that we're going to cover in the next video, if I remember. So now we have to go underneath the car, and this is something that never really made too much sense with me. Why doesn't I think the job doesn't tell you oil change? Yeah, it doesn't tell you oil change, but in order to take off the oil filter, oh, I could be wrong. Hang on. Let's just see. Let's play it out with the game and see what happens. In real life, in order to change an oil filter, you take it off and you make a great big mess, but apparently, according to this game, you can just change it, which is so stupid. Wow, that is the stupidest thing I've ever seen. Whoops. Okay, that's literally everything on this car. Okay. Okay, well, wow, that's a really, okay. Anyway, guys, that's going to be everything for this video. Thank you for joining. Thank you for watching. I hope to see you in the next one. If you enjoyed the content, please click like. And if you're new to the channel, subscribe and click the little bell thing to get the notifications on when my videos are going to happen. Especially because I do like to go live a lot. Anyway, have a good one. Peace out.